A meter in circuit is used when you want to control the speed, extending speed of this cylinder, velocity of extension. If we change the flow using this flow control valve, if we reduce the flow, the velocity of extension will also be reduced. So the way it is calculated, as we know, the velocity is flow rate divided by the area of the piston. So whatever coming to the cylinder, which is also equal to the flow rate through the flow control valve divided by the area of the piston. So that is, we can calculate the velocity of extension, or we can say velocity of cylinder, like that. We also know that from a flow control valve to calculate the flow rate from a flow control valve, it is the flow capacity coefficient, the change of pressure around the flow control valve divided by the specific gravity. So change in pressure around the valve is basically the P1, this pressure, that's basically the pump pressure, minus this P2. So you can say P1 minus P2 divided by SZ, specific gravity. Now we can calculate this. We can P2 can be calculated by this load of the cylinder divided by the piston area. So it can be calculated F load divided by the area of the piston, and P1 basically the pump pressure. So the way it works, when we increase the decreases the flow by restricting this flow control valve, then this in this line from pump to this flow control valve, the pressure will increase and it will almost reach up to the pressure relief valve pressure setting, and therefore this P1 we can say it's the same pressure as the pressure relief valve setting. So whatever we set for the pressure relief valve is going to be same P1. So if we want to calculate the velocity of the cylinder, this piece, we can replace that Q there. So you can say cylinder velocity is basically Q by AP. So this part divided by AP. So we can write basically CV by AP square root of P1. We can say pressure relief valve setting, minus P2 is F load divided by the area of the piston divided by the specific gravity. So we can use this equation to calculate the velocity of extension. The meter in circuit is used to control that. So control by restricting the flow, we can change the velocity, whatever desired velocity we want. We can set the pressure setting for the pressure relief valves to achieve that velocity that we want.